Hey y'all, are you an AARP member? I am, and I get their newsletters. This is the AARP bulletin. I'm shooting this in February. This one came out January, February 2025. And they have an article in here about yoga. And their claim in this article is that yoga can help build bone strength. The research shows you can rebuild bone mass with these 5 simple moves. And there are 5 moves. Again, I'll hold and show you. A warrior variation, a variation on your tree pose, your triangle, holding on to a chair, hand to foot, and a standing twist. So when I first read the article, even the headline, I got a little suspicious about this whole yoga can build stronger bones. So, why is this important and why should you care? As we age, our bone density, so if you can picture a sink that's got a slightly open drain and water dripping into the sink. So, throughout your life, the sink is filling with water and draining water. So, your body continually breaks down bone material and then you rebuild that material. After about age 30, we start to see this decline where the rate of loss is higher than how fast we're building. Once you get to be my age, 50 and older, you really got to start paying attention to this. It's even more important now to continue doing things to build strong bones. Fall prevention, strong muscles, just being able to do stuff for yourself, being able to live alone over 50, 60 into your 70s, being able to travel, being able to do the things that you love. So there's a bunch of reasons why we need to focus on strong bones. My question is, can doing yoga alone help you build bone strength? So I love yoga. I teach a yoga class Mondays at 6 p.m. on Zoom. You're invited to join us. And I build this class as relaxation. It's a nice way to start your week. We do a ton of stretching, a little bit of standing balance. I make sure to include a little bit of upper body and lower body strength, but I don't claim this to be a bone strengthening class specifically. Why is that important? If you believe that the thing that you're doing, yoga maybe, or walking or swimming, is building bone health, that might be all that you do for exercise. And you might go, yep, checking it off the list. I'm strengthening my bones. When in reality, there are other things that you need to be doing. So the study they follow in this article, they have a group of people who they were already doing yoga. There was 741 people initially in the start of the study. They had DEXA scans, which is a way to measure your bone density, your bone strength. And then they were given a DVD to watch. So they were sort of sent off on their own. Go do your yoga. Out of the original 741 people, 227 practiced this routine at least every other day for 2 years. So that's a nice length of time to follow a group. So the downside to this study was less than 1/3 of the participants adhered to this routine, which was practicing these 5 poses at least every other day throughout the study. And only 43 of the people submitted complete actual DEXA reports at the beginning and end of the study. So that's a pretty small number, 43 people that we'll say successfully completed this out of the original 700 or so. And it was people that were already self-selected, if you will. They knew yoga poses, they were already doing some yoga. So I just want to be clear that anything that gets people moving is a net positive. If you were doing nothing and you read this article and you said, I need to do yoga, and you started doing some yoga, your balance is going to improve, your muscular coordination, your strength. You're just going to feel better. You're going to feel better when you are moving. And while these 5 poses may not necessarily build bone strength, they're probably going to help improve your balance. They might keep you from falling. So they might keep you from breaking a bone just by giving you some more general strength and balance. And then again, my beef with this article is this may not be enough. If you aren't doing targeted strength exercises twice a week, especially as we're 50, 60, in our 70s, you are not building bone. And the rate of bone loss is such that we are currently an uphill battle. We got to do something aggressive to build bone strength. And there are safe ways to do that where you're not going to injure yourself and you are going to build bone. So my fear is that by offering this advice that these yoga poses can build bone strength, someone might read this and think that they're doing enough, that their gentle, stretch focused yoga class is enough to build bone strength. I think yoga is great. I think walking and swimming is great. But really, to build bone strength, you need a pushing exercise, an overhead push. You need to hang. You need to have some kind of impact training where you're landing on the ground, like jumping up and down. And you need to push yourself by slowly adding more weight, adding more resistance. So if you were doing 5 push-ups on week 1, by the second week, try to do 6 push-ups. If you're able to squat holding a 10-pound dumbbell, try to go up to a 15. So this progressive overload, this challenging your body, stressing your body in a positive way, that is telling your body to lay down new material, new bone material, build muscular strength. So if you do like studies, if your brain likes to look at research and that is helpful for you, check out the Lift More study, LIFTMOR. And I'm going to talk more about that in a separate video and a post. So that research did show that they were able to rebuild bone tissue in older women, postmenopausal women, and they were able to do it safely without injury. If you have concerns about bone strength, about balance, fall prevention, reach out to me. This is one of my favorite things to do is work with women my age and older, so 50s, 60s, 70s, simple strength stuff that you can do at home in the gym, pushing yourself in a way that feels doable, in a way that feels safe, but also where you're pushing yourself a little bit out of your comfort zone. I do Zoom 30 and 60-minute appointments, and I've just started on Fridays now up here in Vancouver, Washington. I'd love to meet with you and talk about how to build strong bones.